Hi, my name is Robin Wong and I want to wish you a happy new year. I have here with me the Fujifilm XF10 and I want to share my experience using this camera in this video. Let's do this! I'm not sure if you can see from the background here, but you can probably hear from the audio that it is raining heavily. I tried to wait and wait, but it has been raining almost the entire day, and I just thought I can't wait anymore. I must get this video out for this new year 2021. And I'm really excited to share my findings on this Fujifilm XF10. Before we go any further, here are some important disclaimers. I have no affiliation with Fujifilm Malaysia. Fuji didn't ask me to do this video. I purchased this Fuji XF10 camera with my own money. So whatever that I'm sharing in this video, they are from my own subjective opinion. Now, this is not a full review of this camera. I believe that there are already many reliable reviews available out there in the blogs, website reviews, or even video reviews on YouTube. You can refer to them. This is not a new camera. It was launched in 2018. I'm sharing what I like and what I dislike about this camera and my experience using it in general in this video. I'm sure by now some of you are asking, Robin, what went wrong? What happened? Why did you get a Fujifilm camera? Well, at this moment, I'm no longer an Olympus visionary. I'm not tied to any particular camera brand. I'm free to explore any cameras out there. And I thought, why not start with something that's truly compact, small and light, something that I want to carry with me everywhere, something that I can just fit into the camera bag without taking much space. And I look at the Fuji XF10, it ticks all the right boxes. It has a large image sensor, it's APS-C sized, so image quality wise, it has to be really good. And it has a fixed lens, a 28mm wide angle equivalent, so hey, that's something that I can use for street photography. And you know what? Ming Tian, a fellow photographer from Malaysia that I truly admire and respect, he also spoke very highly on this Fuji XF10. So I thought, let's give it a try. And the price was really good. I got this for about 1,300 ringgit. That's a steal for what this camera can offer in terms of specifications. The only reason I didn't go for the Ricoh GR3 is because it costs about 3 times more than what this Fuji XF10 has to offer. Recently, I went on a travel holiday trip to the beautiful island of Penang, which is about 5 hours drive out of Kuala Lumpur or about 1 hour flight away. I had such a wonderful time catching up with some amazing friends. I ate too much good food, and it was just a perfect ending to the year 2020 and to start the year 2021 fresh. I brought along the Fujifilm XF10. This was the only camera that I had in hand and was using this to document whatever I ate, wherever I went during that short trip to Penang. Having used the Fujifilm XF10 extensively for more than a week now, I do have some things I want to say about this camera. I have a lot of things that I like about the XF10. I love that it is really small and light in construction. It is truly compact. I can carry it with me everywhere I go in my smallest camera bag. And you know what? It does remind me of the old days when we used the digital point and shoot compact cameras. cameras. In some ways, the SF10 is the replacement or the modern version of these point-and-shoot cameras, where it does offer extensive controls, features and functions, and it shoots way better photographs in comparison to any smartphone cameras out there. I really like that the camera is built of full metal body construction. It feels really solid in hand, and I like the fact that the camera does have triple dial control. You can access the exposure settings directly from any of these dials, but hey, I still stick to the traditional twin dial control, the front and the back, just like how I use my OMD cameras or any DSLRs out there. The reason I don't use the front dial, the ring that's around the lens, is because I may accidentally move it, but I can totally see the appeal of a direct control, say if you want to control the ISO directly without pressing any button. But as for me, I use one of the programmable buttons as a direct shortcut to access ISO control. Another thing that I like about the SF10 is the battery life. I have not exhausted my first charge, so I don't know how a single charge or how many shots that I can take with a single charge. Currently, I've taken about 600 shots with that single charge, and the battery has just dropped 1 bar. So I can safely say that in terms of battery life, yes, this battery life in the SF10 can last really, really long. When it comes to image quality, the Fuji SF10 delivers satisfactory results. The combination of the 24 megapixels APS-C size image sensor plus the 28mm equivalent f2.8 lens, they do deliver fantastic results. This camera is capable of resolving fine details and very good contrast. It produces excellent colors in good lighting conditions. However, I'm not impressed with the dynamic range of this sensor. Actually, I don't see that it is any better than what Macro Four Thirds can do. In fact, I can only recover less than 2 stops of overexposed highlights even when I'm shooting in RAW. I can probably recover more even from my EM1 Mark II or even the old EM5 camera. I've made a video about that. You can check out the video up. I'll put the link up here. When it comes to high ISO performance, I don't see anything that great either. It is quite clean up to ISO 1600, at ISO 3200 or even 6400 above. You do get plenty of ugly noise and destruction of fine details. I really don't see the appeal of using APS-C size camera over Macro Four Thirds if you ask my true opinion. Even I'm not an Olympus ambassador at this point anymore. The difference is just too minor, it's just negligible. I can actually achieve the same results and even better results with the inclusion of the 5-axis image stabilization. Just like any other cameras, I do have some things that I dislike about the Fuji SF10. The first and the most obvious one is the autofocus performance. If you have read any review articles or seen any review videos on the SF10, all the reviewers would complain about how slow and how unreliable the autofocus is. In fact, I will rank that this SF10 having the worst autofocus performance of any cameras in 2018 and of course in 2020. The autofocus is really slow even in good lighting condition, and that's disturbing. And when it comes to low light shooting environment, the autofocus just gets much worse. I think that this may not be the camera that you want to choose if you want to shoot fast moving subjects, or if you want instant reaction, like if you see something you want to immediately capture that moment. The XF10 will fail you. Another thing that I dislike about the Fuji XF10 is the general sluggishness of the camera operations. As you press any buttons, navigate around the menus, as you use the joystick, or as you turn the dial, you can feel that slight delay. It is not really noticeable at first, but as you keep using the camera, you will start to realize that the experience using the camera is not as smooth and as efficient as it should be. Definitely not at the standard of what you expect of any cameras in the year 2018, or even of any cameras in 2015 or earlier. It is just very slow, and even the touchscreen operation is not very smooth. As you tap the screen to move the focusing point, sometimes I have to tap multiple times for the screen to respond. Generally, the user experience is really poor. I do wish that Fuji will improve this in the future firmware upgrade, the support. I've already upgraded the firmware to the latest version, but I can still see plenty of room for improvement. All in all, I have enjoyed myself tremendously shooting with the Fuji XF10. I really like that it is truly compact, yet it offers fantastic image quality, having an APS-C size image sensor and a very capable wide-angle lens. I do want to use wide-angle a lot more in my street photography and general shooting. It is my weakness and I want to work on that. The fixed 28mm is just the right lens, and it is really sharp and capable of delivering fantastic results. I know that the autofocus is really slow in this XF10, and this is not the right camera to recommend if you're doing a lot of serious street photography. There are a lot of other options out there, but hey, to me, it doesn't really bother me at this point because I do want to shoot different kind of subjects, maybe slow down a little bit. I'm not going to aim for those decisive moment, fast-moving subjects kind of shots. I can do that with my Olympus OMD. My Olympus cameras are all still alive and well. So maybe I'll slow down and look for different kind of photography with this XF10. I'm really excited to use this camera even more for my shutter therapy sessions. I'm sure some of you own the Fuji XF10 and have shot extensively with it. Do share with me if you agree or disagree with my findings in this video. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider buying me a cup of coffee, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal account. I'll put the links in the description below on how you can do that. Any small contribution can go a long way and help me to continue making videos like this and publish them right here. Please give me a thumbs up, please consider subscribing, and I will definitely see you again in the next one. Until then, stay safe, take care, and go out to take more photographs if you can. Again, I wish you a prosperous and wonderful new year. Bye-bye.